What's up, everybody? It's Brian with HappyThumbsGaming, and we got level 15. Hala, is it Kree you're looking for? That's right, we've got another story video for you for LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2. We're gonna get our trophy achievement for completing the level and get that gold brick. Falls short of that stud requirement, though. But hey, let's go ahead and jump into this cutscene that we left off last time.
I can't believe Maximus sold out his own family. Although combining forces to defeat Kang wasn't such a bad idea. Maybe we should reach out to someone other than Ronan.
Maybe we should. But for now, the Kree still press the fight.
I've managed to get most of our defenses online, but Ronan's forces are persistent.
Crystal, Triton, remain here and defend our city. We shall pay a royal visit to Ronan the Accuser. It would seem your king is finally in the mood to speak with him.
I won't lie, I was a little concerned about the way Lockjaw was pointing that cannon of his for a second, but he turned around and gave us the old I think he knew what was going on. I think the developers also applauded that. But anyhow, we've got one more mission with the old Black Bolt and Medusa, and leave it to me to crash into a wall that was very minimal and easy to avoid. Wording's a little off already. That being said, all right, we're going to follow the old blue ghost stud trail all the way to the entrance. But instead of a halo, we've got ourselves a bunch of bad guys. That's right. A mysterious voice has a bunch of bad guys that he deploys. But don't worry, they're easy to destroy. Now, see, look, I fell off this. I was walking across this, but then I got caught up on it, and I fell off. And then it just guided me. The stud trail isn't always accurate. And I know some of you have asked me about like mini kit locators and things like that on this game and others, and I'll tell you, just like I always say, you know, I don't recommend using those. If you got no other option, like if we don't have any videos, if we don't have a trophy achievement guide with collectible information, if you got no information, like let's say it's Lego Pirates of the Caribbean. No, wait, we did that one. Lego Indiana Jones. How about that one? You know, there's definitely, a time and a place for those mini kit and gold brick detectors, but they are more screwy than they are helpful. I'm telling you, they'll point to the right when it's to the left. They'll point down when it's up. It's so confusing, but anyhow, we are plummeting to our doom. That's right, there's this weird kind of difference in height between our two areas, and so we got to go ahead and jump off the edge here, and luckily for us, we're a superhero, so superhero landing coming up. Yes, all right. Stole that straight out of Deadpool. Anyhow, we've got a whole bunch of these bad guys. I already mentioned that there's whole bunch of bad guys deployed that are in need of being destroyed. So we'll go ahead and cha-cha all these guys real quick, show them that we mean business, and we got some pew-pews and some stinky feet twos. That's right, we got all sorts of action that we're putting into place here. And essentially what happens is there's like 5 or 6 rounds of bad guys. Some of them have shields, some of them don't. Some of them are easily removed. Some of them take a little bit more effort. Regardless, you just got to get through, and then eventually the mysterious voice says, "Deploy everybody." Wait, there's nobody left? And then that's it. And then of course the halo appears, and away we go. So look at me, I'm trying to use the old voice because it was pretty productive as far as taking out lots of bad guys all at once. That loud voice that the old Black Bolt has certainly does work. And, all right, so we'll go ahead and take this guy out from a distance, give him the old pew, 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 but he's got this little force field that ricochets our pews. So we'll have to get up a little close and personal here, and I'm waiting for him to drop a shield. I'm, like, waiting for him, like, hey, look, I'm looking this way. I'm not going to shoot you. Oh, but wait, yes, I am. Ha-ha. And I think that's it. Yep, send more soldiers to the front gate to destroy the... Wait, that's it? We have no more soldiers? What do you mean there's no one left? I love it. Hey, a little bit of humor in here. And speaking of, let's go ahead and give a shout out to Warner Brothers for hooking us up with this game. And of course, shout out to you guys for watching these videos. I know that they're just story-based, but some of you don't have the game yet. Some of you are waiting until the holidays. Some of you just have to save up your money. But that being said, let's go ahead and jump into a cutscene and see what's up ahead.
Still with me? Good. Picking up again with Black Bolt and the Inhumans. You'll remember their mission to secure their beloved Attilan and restore Black Bolt as ruler. The guy with the second most powerful voice round here after yours truly. Well, after their triumph over Maximus the Mad, the Attilan royals have turned their attention to the Kree, taking the fight to the Hala sector of Canopolis. The potent and silent Black Bolt is ready to make a stink all over those Kree. Did I read that already? Didn't those Guardians of the Galaxy try to take on those Kree creeps earlier? Guardians, more like goofballs. Anyway, let's hope they haven't made things worse.
Yes, I agree. The security in this place seems compromised. It is unlike Ronan not to have challenged us. Disable the turbine, infiltrate the security, and rain retribution down upon Ronan. You really do spoil me. Sounds like Ronan is already entertaining guests. Ronan's control room is beyond this turbine. We need to find a way of getting through.
All right, so it's kind of a lonely mission here, as it's still just Black Bolt and Medusa. Normally we get a whole bunch of other characters, but not right now. And I won't lie, I get a little distracted. Normally I'm pretty good about sticking with the story-based elements. I can usually tell when something is a free player collectible-based situation. But this one took me for a little bit of a ride, and you can see I'm still like, wait a minute, those look like mini-kit pieces. And I'm like, yep, those are mini-kit pieces. Enough with that, and I give it the old butt slam, and I move on. What we need to do is see those laser beams preventing our path in the back there. We need to get rid of those, and we can do that by messing with these pressure-sensitive switches over here. Essentially, we need to step on them, and it's kind of a right combination. And unfortunately, I don't have, like, jump on the left 3 times and jump on the right 4 times, or whatever it might be. But I will say you have to match these up so that they are even in the middle. Now, wait for it. Okay, that's where we want the right side, and the left side needs to match that so it's a straight line from left to right. Look at that. As soon as you get that lined up, it does its own little mix-up, and check it out. It spins around and reveals a grapple plug, which we know the Medusa has this awesome hair that can go ahead and rip it down for us. And look at that. It's another mini-kit. What is going on, Brian? That's twice now. So clearly there's a lot of collectibles right here. I know that some of you have asked, God, these levels are so short. How are we ever going to find all the collectibles? Where are they at? Well, clearly they're stuffed in right with, all the other stuff right around us. And we'll go ahead and get to those when we come back for the free play, which we're getting close to. This is level 15. There's only 20 levels. So we'll do a preparing for free play, which will be quick and easy. And then, of course, we'll get right on to the free play video. So I expect those to start in the next couple of days, as we hopefully will continue the story stuff and finish it by the weekend. Now, depending on when you're watching this, that could be any time, but just that being said, in the next couple of days, we hope to have them out. And I don't know what Black Bolt's doing there. It looks like he's doing the Running Man challenge. Go back and look at that. It totally looked like he was doing the Running Man challenge. At night, I think of you. Didn't it? I mean, all right. Maybe you guys don't even know what that is. But anyway, Google it. Running Man challenge. It's some old stuff. But I totally feel like Black Bolt was doing his part there. But, all right, so we got Medusa up top. We had to use Black Bolt to rip open that strong handle on the left. Of course, we used the acrobatic walls to get up, and then we jumped and floated across that gap, and then, of course, used her grapple abilities to go ahead and rip out that plug, which opened up this little room down here. And, of course, it kind of threw me for a loop, too. I jumped on and I pulled that lever down, what I thought to be all the way, but for some reason, Medusa jumped off it. So, I thought that was it, but it wasn't. I have to pull it down all the way, and once you do it, you'll know as the camera spins around and gives us a good look at these laser beams, which we were trying to turn off, but we weren't quite totally successful. As you can see, it's spinning around slowly, and there seems to be a laser out on each of the little areas there. I don't know what's going on with this last one. That one's just not good at all. But, all right, we make it on through that with no casualties, at least not yet anyway. But guess what? Little spoiler alert for you. I get sucked up into some more collectible type stuff. So realistically, what we want to do is we want to hop on that. It's like a megaphone is what that thing is. We need to go over there and use our oh-so-quiet voice. We got to use our awesomely loud voice to go ahead and destroy some towers off in the distance. Now, that's where it gets a little suspect for me, too. I destroyed the first one by accident, and I didn't really see what it was that I destroyed. I just knew that I was aimed the right way, and I launched my vocal cords out that way, and it destroyed it. Now, the second one, I have a little bit of a mix-up pushing this thing around, and I get totally distracted, too. Like, why is this guy being electrocuted over here? Like, and I wanted to take place in that too. I was like, I want to have some fun. But turns out that's not related to what we're doing, and we'll have to come back for that later. And you can see too, Stan keeps hollering out, how do I get in these crazy situations? I could use a superhero right now. He's got all his things, and of course we'll be back to Free Lee in our free play, which again is coming pretty soon. So you can see I stepped up to the old megaphone, I let her rip, and booyakashow, a bunch of pieces come flying in, and it actually presents a wall that has a crack in it, which we know we can take out. So we'll go ahead and drop down there. No, speaking of take out, we got all these bad guys we got to take out as well. So go ahead and give them some more dance lessons. Cha 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 cha. Look at that. Got a little Tweety Bird action going there. We'll go ahead and take advantage of that. Oh, your spear, not your spear, my spear. Look at that. And is it still, why is it floating in the air? It's like a magic trick, isn't it? There it goes. All right, we got all the bad guys removed, and oh, psych, there was another guy in there. I was gonna say, I thought there was one more, but we'll step up to the old cracked wall, and I love it. He uses his voice to take it down too, so multitasking voice there we can destroy all sorts of objects. Now, this is a little tricky, as normally we've got these little levers that have the red on one side, kind of indicating that's not the side you want, while the other side is green, indicating, yep, go on green. Now, I looked at that giant, look at those purple electric, like, I figured that's what we needed to destroy, but it turns out no. It's the little Tesla coil thing off to its left-hand side. So my aim is just off to the right of where I need to be, and it takes me a minute to figure that out, so I do apologize. I probably could have just edited it out and explained what happened, but I like to show you that sometimes I make mistakes too, because I know there's some of you that just think that like I'm like the greatest ever at this game, and I just want you guys to know that's not true. Like, because of Doug and Tyler P providing guide information and also helpful tips and tricks along the way, like don't do this, or hey, I got stuck on this part, this is how you do it. Not that they ever get stuck on things, but that being said, without their help and a little bit of restarting and the wonderful world of editing, you know, I would be a noob, really. So it's a combination of all those things. And look at that. Speaking of combo, I got the right angle going there, and I was loud and proud. Booyaka show! That's what I shouted out, just in case you didn't hear. And it took out that Tesla coil, and look at that, we've got a little access point here, and watch this. You want to see something hilarious? All these bad guys come out to get in our way and stop us. All right, onomatopoeia, wouldn't want to be ya, see ya! Look at that, we're gone. Ghost.
Ronan the Accuser has fallen. So who is commanding the Kree forces?
A criminal galactic event is currently unfolding. The supreme intelligence of the Kree Empire shall not be distracted.
We stand here as the free and rightful rulers of Atalan.
Silence, Guardians. Eradicate these nuisances. Let us see how willing you are to fight when faced with a former ally.
Quill?
This isn't good. We gotta fight Star-Lord? I gotta be honest, I did not like this part. We actually have to fight some of our other friends here in a second, but I wasn't sure what to do. Like, I had a hard time inflicting pain on old Quill here, but as it turns out, it's part of the level. You got to do it. You knock some sense into him by removing that health meter all the way down to yellow. And then all of a sudden he snaps to and is like, wait a minute. And then he actually fights with us again. So, well, it's not quite that quick. But it happens, I promise. So, look at that. He's kind of dazed and confused now. And he threw one of his gravity boosters out. And he mixed some things up. So we'll go ahead and do the same. We'll get our on and build up that boom box. That's right, it's time to get our that's right, little dance time. And he comes out here and, dude, we have a dance off. No way. Look at that, he's doing the all. See, I was mentioning the Running Man. That's the original Running Man right there. And, oh, a little back and forth, passing it off to me. Let's see, okay. Yep, I got it. Okay, a little windmill action. Oh, that's right. Oh, okay. That's, to the, yeah, passing it on back. You know, this was awesome. I know I've been complaining about a lot of the repetitiveness And, you know, I've given the story props because the story's had good elements. It's told a good story. It's given me a lot of information about, you know, people and backstories that I didn't know. But this was awesome. So I hope we have some more dance-offs. I hope there's some free roam missions that maybe have a little bit more of a dance-off going, where we actually have to be Quill and we have to dance our way to a gold brick or something. That would be pretty awesome. But look at that. We danced our way all the way to making some sense out of what was going on here for Quill. And now we are back in action. Look at that. So we've got a couple of bricks we can toss and gravity boost away that removes all the bad guys that come into play. And look at that. We also reveal what appears to be maybe the heart. I'm not sure, but there's a force field over it, so we'll come back to that in a minute. Next up, we've got Rocket and Groot. This is not good either. So we got to fight both of these guys individually, and I found that Rocket was a little easier to take out, so I went with him first, and then I actually took on Groot next. Now, Groot is, look how aggressive he is. He is all over me. Now, I don't know, I don't really remember him being this active while we're playing, and he's on our team. So hopefully he will continue this little motivational attacking spree once we get control of him again. But all right, so we've got let's see here. Rocket's off the screen. No, he's on Groot's back. So yeah, that's certainly not fun either. He can shoot from the high rise that is Groot and be protected along the way too. You can see he's got the little lock icon over his health meter, but he jumps off, and that's when we get all up close and poisonal. But look at that, he doesn't have a health meter. So I don't know what I'm missing here. Clearly, it turns out I'm pretty sure I have to go after Groot first. I don't know, like. So my original plan and advice of taking out Rocket first is just not very good advice. So look, he doesn't even have a health meter. Some of these boss battles are confusing, and I know a couple of you have mentioned in some comments too, like, you know, these games are supposed to be for all ages, right? Clearly you want some complexity for adults. You want some fun. You want some references, some homage, some things that go and appeal to older audiences. And of course, you got to keep it clean and fun and enjoyable for the younger audience too. And some of these moments just seem like there's stuff that's not blatantly obvious. Like, you know, a little kid or an adult for that matter too. I shouldn't just pin it on the kids. I mean, a player could certainly get lost in this and play forever. I mean, look at me. This is supposed to be like a 2 or 3 minute boss battle, but it takes me like 6 or 7 minutes to take out these guys. And it's mainly because I wasn't sure what to do. And this game's been pretty good about giving you hints by, you know, it'll show like press the L3 button for us, and I'll click it and it'll tell me, hey, this is what you do. But, you know, there's a couple of these boss battle moments that are a little confusing. And again, maybe I'm just complaining. If I'm complaining, tell me to shush and I'll shush. But, I mean, I feel like, you know, there's a few things that could have been tweaked or whatever that could have made this game from, like, pretty awesome to, like, amazing. Like, this game, so far, it's not going to knock any of my top 3 Lego games off the top. No, I still got those 3 locked in. And that's a change, because almost every new Lego game has brought in a new competitor and has dropped one of those others out. And I don't see it being the case. Now, I still got a lot of game to play. I'm still fairly early in this when you think about it. I think I'm only like 15 or 20% done with the game's overall progress. But, you know, so far it's been almost the same thing over and over, just different characters. And that's one thing that I hate, you know, like, a lot of people ask me, why don't you play Destiny? Why don't you play, you know, these bigger RPG? Why don't you like Final Fantasy? Like, to me, a lot of those games are basically the same stuff over and over again. Like, yes, I understand you go and instead of fetching a pail of water for Jack and bringing it back to him, you go and you get, you know, the secret cloth. The secret loincloth. I mean, I don't know what it, you know, I'm just riffing now, but I mean, you see what I'm saying? It's like, the process is the same, even though the story may change a little bit. Instead of going to help Bob, you're helping Bill, and instead of getting the you know, whatever, you're getting the whoever. It's ultimately kind of the same thing, and I get kind of bored with that process. Like, I like to get behind like the wheel of like a car and go crash and bang into things and then fly something, and then, you know, have to perform a puzzle or some sort of smart, like, I like mixing it up, and usually Lego does an excellent job of that. So far, it seems like they're more into packing as much Marvel history into this game as possible than they are actually into the gameplay. So not taking a shot, not complaining, but sort of complaining. So anyways, we got these arms that keep coming out. This boss battle just goes on forever. It is almost over, though. That's the good news. But essentially, these arms, I think there's 3 or 4 of them that come out. You just got to pow them in the kissa till there's no more health meter. Then they all go away, and then it reveals these 2 important parts, the left and the right. The left has some silver bricks, and we're going to use Rocket to go ahead and turf one of his trusty little grenades over there, and like a thermal detonator. That's what it looks like. Booyakashow. And look at that. We have officially revealed the left side, which I don't think it really does much. But we got to switch on over to somebody who can grapple. And I thought for a half a second that maybe Groot was capable of grappling. But turns out, nope, his go-go gadget wooden arms don't seem to do the trick, at least not in this case. And look at that Medusa and her bodacious hair there will go ahead and do it for us. Look at that. Booyaka show. Go ahead and spam that until that meter's full. And now we've got the heart is accessible. So it looks like we need a gravity booster. So we'll go ahead and turf that in there and get our pew pew on. Look at that. We'll go ahead and finish it off. That's right. Finish him. And
You senseless imbeciles.
Go calculate this!
You fools!
Emergency
You
containment
don't
initiated.
understand.
Lockdown in progress.
That was excessive.
But you liked it, right, Your Majesty?
Take it easy. Takes a moment for the effect to wear off.
Thanks, Peter.
Good job. Black Bolt, will your people join us?
We will endeavor to assist you in the vanquishment of Kang. But first, we must tend to our kingdom. Farewell for now, Guardians.
I am Groot.
What do you mean he don't say much? Your vocabulary ain't hardly prolific.
oh, to the yeah, we'll take that. Thank you very much. One more level complete, unlocking yet another free play. And our numbers should actually add up now. The next level should be 16, and our number for our next level is 16 as well. So, ooh, do we cross the Milski? Woo to the who! That's right. We've got enough to buy at least the 2x pink brick stud multiplier, but we might hold out and buy the 4x because you know what, we got the money or the cash. We might as well wait. So hey, did we get any characters unlocked for the beating this? Does not look like we did. So that's gonna wrap it up for Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 level 15. Hala. Is it Creole looking for? That's right, a little Lionel Richie. And hey, follow us on social media if you have not already. Check us out. And the Thumbie Must See might be fun too. But as for me, that's gonna do it. As always, until next time. See ya.